For a few months last spring, the city staff who reviewed residential permits were buried in a months-long backlog. And one reviewer, we've learned, was allegedly taking bribes to rush applications. Tonight, we have a look at a newly filed indictment and what the city's now doing to make sure this won't happen again.
It was kind of a shocker.
City of Austin Development Services Manager John McDonald can't talk specifics with the court case looming. Last spring, though, one of his employees was allegedly taking cash on the side from people looking to speed up their residential permit applications.
I've run across a lot of things being a supervisor, but not something like that.
Mid-2012 was a period of intense economic recovery for Austin, and homeowners were either building new or expanding on what they had. It led to a months-long backlog at the permitting office. 42-year-old Edward Vigil worked there for 2 years. He resigned last November after a city auditor's investigation. Bosses say they first began to suspect Vigil when someone applying for a residential permit showed up and asked to see him specifically. When another reviewer came to this window, the customer mentioned paying Vigil. This week, the DA's office slapped Vigil with 4 counts of misdemeanor bribery from March through July of 2012. There are now new safeguards. One, hiring intake workers to limit direct contact between the reviewers and the applicant. Even before this, they weren't supposed to handle payments. And then there's this software on loan from the fire department for now.
I could drill in on the individual data and find out how quickly the actual case was turned around.
It allows supervisors to see the exact type of application, who filed it, and when.
There's no way somebody could jump the queue now.
They still could do that, but it wouldn't take me near as long to find out that someone was doing that.
Now, Edward Vigil there has a Dayton County Court, District Court, July 5th. Again, he's facing 4 counts of misdemeanor bribery. Here in Texas, by the way, someone convicted could be ordered to give the amount he took to a charity. Going further in depth on this now, we've been reporting on the city's residential permitting backlog for more than a year now. Thanks to new hires, there's really no longer a backlog. Right now, they only have 7 cases in Austin that are greater than 7 days. From May of last year, we learned there's been a 44% increase in new construction permits, a lot going on. Of that, production builders are up 52%. They're mainly in the suburbs. Infill projects, which is where you take an existing lot and build on it, those projects are up to 27% from last spring.